Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Time Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the seventh-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone, a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Again, zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 1st and 10, Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, safe to say the passing game is found drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Goff. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants. But his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And taken right on the 30. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll fake the game. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to right. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Waiting on it will be Richie James. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And New York set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing Jones. Turned down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. He'll take it at the 42. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll get this.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Reports. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. A CD that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
But give them credit for a good read, right? He steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A first down carry for Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Let's go, D. 34's the right, 34's
They'll go to Barkley again. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to... It's caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry for Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on second down. Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jones. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by Galladay. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones gets it quickly to Galladay. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Now Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Here's Jones. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger from 8 yards out. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, it's Swift. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.